My favorite thing about eMaint is that it feels pretty intuitive. For example, at this conference, it was first time seeing like interactive plans. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know that was there. And, going back up to my room and playing with it at night, I was like, yeah, this is really straightforward, And so it feels like that's how it is with most features. And so that's one of my favorite things where I think where it can feel complicated for some, I feel like for me, it feels very intuitive.
I use eMaint as a visualization tool just to see different work orders and their status and target dates and all that. PMs getting done on time, especially with compliance or just different jobs or customer requests that's, oh, it's been out there for a long time, but now we see the data of how long it's been and even the audit trail of like who's changing things too. So it's been great to just visualize and see.
Most of what I use eMaint for is actually for reporting. And so people kind of look at me as like a data guy. And so they'll be like, hey, pull up a report on how many work orders were associated with this building or of this certain type. And I think people look to me sort of to get help with getting an idea of the overall picture when it comes to like how the organization is doing. And so for me, a lot of how I use eMaint is pulling up and generating reports for people and using dashboards to help visualize that as well. I will say, if I were to have some sort of software where I would have to write out, like, for example, SQL queries, that'd be considerably more difficult when it comes to building reports. I'd say the UI for that is pretty straightforward. Like when I first joined, I felt like I was able to pick it up within the first week or two of just like, oh, we can just make whatever report we want. And the dashboards, it also felt like it was pretty intuitive. And so putting that all together, it just made my job pretty simple to just spin up whatever my team needed. The main use case we have for eMaint, which I think is actually different from most other places, is that we're not necessarily using it to look at the metrics on equipment per se. Most of what we're actually looking at is like target dates, labor hours, and productivity of our engineers. And so those are the sorts of like metrics that we look at.
Well, through eMaint, all the many work orders that come through different crafts, eMaint is crucial for just managing all the work, seeing all the engineers that I'm supervising, their productivity, and just making sure that things get done and done well.